Welcome to Smashville. This is PK Subban.
I'm Dan Hamhuis.
This is Craig Smith.
This is Mike Fisher.
But you need to dig in right now, every guy.
Everybody loves their soldiers until they come home and stop fighting.
Enough is enough.
They need me to bleed, and I'll bleed for my team.
Start playing with some jam in here. Let's go.
This is Ryan Johansson. Welcome to Smashville.
This is Philip Forsberg.
I'm Victor Arvidsson.
I'm Ryan Ellis.
I'm Matthias Ekholm.
I'm Beckerin, and you're listening to the Renegades of Puck with Crazy Charlie.
Crazy Charlie puts words in my mouth. You can't trust that guy.
If you can't get some fire, some passion, some energy, and figure out how in the hell to talk about this magnificent sport of hockey that has taken over the city of Nashville, then why are you on the radio? You don't deserve it, and you should do the honorable thing and turn your mic in. You're making a damn fool of yourself.
This is my declaration. I'm coming after every single one of you. The lazy, the tired, the boring voices out there. Your time is up. I'm Crazy Charlie Saunier.
I'm Pete Weber of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Roman Yossi of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Colton Sissons of the Nashville Predators.
I'm Justus Saros of the Nashville Predators.
You're listening to the Renegades of Puck
with Crazy Charlie.
Find a way, boys. No more half-stepping.
Now, here's your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier.
Welcome to the bunker. Welcome to the Renegades of Puck podcast. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. Before we get started with the No Half Step Hockey coverage, first let me direct you to our home website, renegadesofpuck.com. Once you go to renegadesofpuck.com, you'll learn everything you need to know about the show. Once you're good and educated about the show, that's when you click on that merchandise tab. Take you straight to our classic logo tee and all of the gimmicks you've come to know and love and expect from the Renegades of Puck. Whether that's socks, throw pillows, wall art, bed sets, it makes no difference to us. After all, we've sold out so that you can buy in. Social media is of critical importance to this independent, unaffiliated operation, so here's how you can support the Renegades of Puck. You can find us on Facebook, Threads, and Instagram. That's where we are primarily active as far as social media goes these days, so check us out over there. It doesn't cost you a thing. It doesn't take you but a moment, but it sure does go a long way to helping out this independent operation known as the Renegades of Puck. You can find all of our content currently on YouTube, so if you could, please subscribe to our channel, turn on those notifications, and click on a whole bunch of different areas, playlists, and videos, and watch all kinds of different hockey stuff. There's a lot of great content over on the YouTube page, and we sure would appreciate if you could give us a little bit of support over that way. After all, the content is completely free on our YouTube channel. You can support the channel financially if you so choose by going to Venmo and searching Renegades of Puck, or scanning the QR code that is over there on our virtual tip jar, or over there on that side of the desk, or probably in several other locations by now. I just keep putting them up all over the place. So if you can donate, we sure would appreciate it. We're in the middle of building a brand new set, as you've heard numerous times, looking to pick up production on that set again after the storms pass later this week. So hopefully going to be able to get back to the construction very soon. Unfortunately, it means we have to be outside and have everything wide open, and that puts the equipment in risk. So we have to really be careful about when it is that we are doing the upgrades to the studios. Enough on that. Let's get to the No Half Step in Hockey coverage. It's time for operation number 979. That's right. It's time for show number 979. And at this moment in hockey history, the Nashville Predators currently find themselves in 7th place in the Central Division after 67 games skated. They have a record of 25, 34, and 8, 58 points, has them all alone in the wastelands of the Central Division. On home ice, which is where their next game will take place against the Anaheim Ducks, they have a record of 17, 13, and 3. They've scored 172 goals this season. They've given up 218 goals against. It's a goal differential of minus 46. For the Predators, once they wrap up this game against the Anaheim Ducks, there'll be one more game on this homestand. It'll be Saturday versus Toronto Maple Leafs. Turn around immediately and go Sunday into St. Louis to take on the Blues. Tuesday in Carolina to take on the Canes. The 27th of March, we'll see the Predators back home at Bridgestone Arena facing off against the St. Louis Blues yet again. That'll be the third of 3 meetings within just a very short amount of time on the schedule. The 29th of March, we'll see the Predators host the Vegas Golden Knights. This is the third of 3 regular season meetings between the Predators and the Ducks. We go back to January 25th when they met the first time. It was in Anaheim. The Ducks scored the 5-2 victory. Justus Saros went 30 out of 35. Took the loss. O'Reilly Nyquist scored the goals for the Preds. Dostal picked up the victory for Anaheim, going 32 of 33. And McTavish did the offensive damage with 2 goals. These two teams would meet again very recently on March the 14th. The Predators would go to Anaheim for a second time and lose for a second time. This time Anaheim 2-1. UC Saros 13 out of 15 to take the loss. Jacob Brana picks up the only goal for the Nashville Predators. Dostal picks up the victory again against the Nashville Predators, 28 out of 29. Killorn and Terry score the goals for the Ducks. So the Predators are 0-2. They've picked up 0 out of a potential 4 points, and they've been outscored 7-3 by the Anaheim Ducks this season. The Anaheim Ducks have a record of 29, 31, and 8. 66 points has them 6th overall in the Pacific Division. On the road, a very respectable record, 13, 6, and 6. They are 182 goals for, 215 goals against. That's a goal differential of minus 33 in their most recent stretch of 5 completed games. We go back to March 11th. It was a 7-4 loss versus the Washington Capitals. On the 12th, it was a 3-2 loss to the Utah Hockey Club, soon to be the Mammoth. On the 14th of March, a 2-1 win versus Nashville. On the 16th of March, it was a 7-2 loss at the St. Louis Blues. And their most recent game took place on the 18th. It was a 4-3 overtime loss at the Dallas Stars. Dostal took the loss, going 27 out of 31. Let's talk about the NHL ranks in this matchup. The goals for category, neither of these teams very impressive. 2.55 for Nashville's 31st overall in the league out of 32 teams. The Ducks 2.63 is 29th overall. In the goals against category, Predators giving up 3.25 per game, that's 26, while Anaheim's giving up 3.13 per game, that's 21st overall. Shots on goal category, 27.2 for the Ducks is 24th, while the Predators 29.5 per game is 5th best in the NHL. In the shots against category, 32.1 for Anaheim is 32nd. That is the last spot in the league. The Predators 28.7 against per game is 21st. On the special teams scenario, on the power play, the Predators converting at 20.3%. That's 21st overall in the NHL. 38 conversions, 187 opportunities. The Anaheim Ducks 13.1% conversion rate is 31st in the league. 24 conversions, 183 opportunities. On the penalty kill, the Nashville Predators 81.6% kill rates, 10th best in the league, and they've given up 37 power play goals against, while the Ducks' penalty kill rate is 72.8%, 28th overall in the NHL. 53 power play goals against. That is a really high number. The individual statistics and scoring leaders for each of these teams: the Nashville Predators on home ice, Philip Forsberg, 25 goals, 35 assists, 60 points now on the season. Marchessault, 19 goals and 29 assists for 48 points in his first year as a Nashville Predator. Steven Stamkos now at 22 goals, 21 assists for 43 points in his first year as a Pred. O'Reilly, 16 goals, 26 assists for 42 points. And the captain, Roman Jossi's at 9 and 29 for 38, still out injured. Over on the Ducks side of the ledger, Terry leads the way, 18 goals, 32 assists for 50 total points. Vetrano's at 20 goals, 21 assists for 41 points. McTavish already 2 goals against the Predators this season, 18 total on the season, plus 23 assists for 41 points. Strome's at 10 and 28 for 38, and Lacombe 11 and 24 for 35. In net, Hofer 20, 18 and 6, 2.96 goals against average, a 908 save percentage with 1 shutout on the season, and UC Saros 16, 27 and 6, 2.94 goals against average, an 896 save percentage with 4 shutouts on the season. That's got you all set up for the Nashville Predators hosting the Anaheim Ducks. It's the third of 3 regular season meetings. The Ducks have won both of them in Anaheim. The Predators' only chance to face off against the Ducks on home ice this season, and it takes place Thursday night at Bridgestone Arena. We've got to go back and talk about the first game of the homestand. It was the Predators welcoming in the Central Division rival St. Louis Blues. It's the Rebirth Sports full game recap, and it's coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hockey players are as unique as the game itself, and your uniform should be tailored to fit you. Rebirth Sports is your sports apparel tailor. From shells, bags, warm-ups, hats, hoodies, branding, and more, let Rebirth Sports be your custom hockey tailor.
And don't forget to tell them they do more than just hockey.
Rebirth Sports on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Rebirth Sport, a match made in hockey.
It's now time for the Rebirth Sports full game recap. We go all the way back to March 18th, the year 2025, with the Nashville Predators were at home to face off against the St. Louis Blues. Head coach Andrew Burnett deploys his lines and defensive pairs in the following way: Forsberg, O'Reilly, and Stamkos; Bunting, Sissons, and Marchessault; LaRue, Svechkov, and Evangelista; Bellows, McCarron, and Smith; Shea and Blankenberg; Del Gaizo and Stastny; Englund and Barron make up your defensive pairings. UC Saros gets the start in net. Predators' first game back on home ice. 1:33 into the first period where we find our first activity. And Juicy Saros coming with a save on Holloway. That's the first shot on goal of the game at 2:21. Saros comes up with another save on Joseph at the 4:42 mark. We find our first special team scenario with the game. And it's LaRue off to the box, 2 minutes for tripping, putting the Blues on the power play, and they are converting. It's Falk with his third goal of the season. A heavy long shot with traffic in front puts the St. Louis Blues ahead 1-0 before the Predators even generate a shot on goal. 6:22 now of the first period. It's Hofer coming with a save on Bunting, plus his rebound follow-up jam opportunity. So there's the Predators' first shot on goal of the game. At the 8:35 mark of the first period, it's Tucker off the box, minutes for interference. Predators on their first power play of the game. Hofer comes with a save on Forsberg, and Hofer a save on O'Reilly, and the Predators unable to convert. 12:27 of the first. Bunting off to the box, minutes for hooking. The Predators penalty kill relentless, not giving up a single shot against. Very strong in overall effort. 16:19 in the first period now. UC Saros comes up with a save on Ryan Suter. 17:16 of the first. Hofer comes with a save on Marchessault. At 18:16 of the first, we find another goal breaking through for the St. Louis Blues. It's Neighbors with his 19th of the season. He converts on a 2-on-1 rush with an easy finish into the open net after UC Saros was taken completely out of the play. The St. Louis Blues now lead 2-0. 19:34 of the first. It's Hofer coming with a save on Bunting. We go to the end of the first period. The Predators are down by a score of 2-0 and being outshot 8-7. On to the second period, a clean sheet, 55 seconds in. It's Hofer coming with a save on Jonathan March. So the 2-minute mark even of the second period, it's UC Saros coming with a save on Neighbors' backhand attempt. At the 2:35 mark of the second period, Hofer comes with a save on Forsberg. And at 5:40 of the second, Hofer comes with a save on Nick Blankenberg. Now, the significant activity in the second period takes place right here at 6:12 when McCarron picks up a 5 minutes for interference penalty. He took Pavel Buchnevich into the glass hard after he had lost control of the puck. It was interference, and it did deserve the call that it got. A fight breaks out, of course, as it typically does after a big hit. So McCarron versus Neighbors ensues after the hit. St. Louis picks up the extra 2. So this scenario leads to a 4-on-4 for 2 minutes and then a 3-minute St. Louis Blues major power play. The penalty was deserved. Saros with a save on Broberg, then Saros a save on Holloway, and then Saros a save on Schenn, not once but twice. And the Predators would find a way to hang in there and survive throughout the entirety of this special team scenario. But Michael McCarron would be disqualified for the remainder of the game. 13:29 now of the second. Saros comes up with a save on Schenn at the 14:13 mark of the second. Hofer comes up with a save on Luke Evangelista, 16:49. Then Hofer a save on Mark Delgaiso. In 18:50 now of the second period, Kyrou with his 28th goal of the season puts the Blues ahead 3-0. He simply spins around and takes a wrist shot that catches the open short side. UC Saros seemed to be caught just a little bit off guard right here, and Kyrou lethal with the snipe. 28th of the season. The Blues take command of the game. 19:29 in the second. Hofer comes with a save on Luke Evangelista at 19:59.6. Brady Shea gets credited with his 9th goal of the season. A heavy slap shot that beats the buzzer. That at least gets the Predators on the board. We hit the intermission with St. Louis leading 3-1. Your shots on goal are St. Louis with 16, the Nashville Predators with 15. We go to the third period now in a minute and 6 seconds in. UC Saros coming with a save on Broberg at the 1:32 mark of the third period. Hofer coming with a save on Blankenberg at the 2:10 mark of the third period. It's Tucker with a 2 minutes check to the head penalty on Luke Evangelista. This is a scenario that looked exactly like the earlier play in the game. Honestly, felt this should have been a 5-minute penalty. It was not. It did, though, lead to a fight as Cole Smith stepped in. So Smith versus Tucker. This time, St. Louis gets the extra 2, and the Nashville Predators end up on the power play. Hofer comes up with a save on Blankenberg, and that would be it for the Nashville Predators power play. Back to even strength hockey. We're at the 5:01 mark of the third period. We come up with a save on Luke Evangelista. 7:04 of the third. Bunting off to the box. 2 minutes for holding, and he was spicy about that call. Saros comes up with a save on Baldock. Then Saros comes up with a save on Schenn. At the 11:34 mark of the third period, Saros comes up with a save on Kyrou. 13:40 15:45 now of the third period. Kyrou with his 29th goal of the season, his second of the game, makes it 4-1 in favor of the St. Louis Blues. 15:40 of the third, Hofer with a save on England. 18:05, one more save on O'Reilly, and that would do it for this hockey game. The St. Louis Blues come to Bridgestone Arena and secure a 4-1 victory. The Predators do outshoot St. Louis 23-22, but St. Louis looked like a team that was playing on another level, fighting currently for their playoff lives. They simply looked like they were hungrier, faster, stronger, and just about everything else you can use to describe the game. They were just better than Nashville in every respect in this game. The Predators at least get on the board with the buzzer beater by Shea in the second period. That's going to do it for the Rebro Sports full game recap. We do have analysis, box score, and so much more coming up next right here on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm Tracy, owner-operator of Strong Style Fitness. And that's me and my training assistant, Rizzo. And we are here to bring you fitness that meets you where you are by offering circuit classes, bar-inspired classes, Tabata workouts, boot camps, guided stretching, and more, all taught by a certified personal trainer, me. To learn more, go to our website, strongstylefit.com. Subscribe on YouTube at Strong Style Fitness. Follow on social media at Strong Style Fit. But most importantly, let's get you moving. It doesn't matter if it's your first workout or you've been doing it for years. Strong Style Fitness has the workout that meets you on your journey and helps you along the path to a happier, healthier life. I understand where you've been, what you were going through, and where you were going, and I want to take you there. We'll see you on the mat. Mwah.
Welcome back in. Time for some analysis here on the Renegades of Puck podcast. That was a Rebro Sports full game recap. UC Soros got the start in net. He went 18 out of 22, and he was left hanging on the rush. His 2 goals against coming off of St. Louis Blues, just dominating the Preds defense and leaving them in the dust. The Blues absolutely picked UC Soros apart when they had their opportunities. Kyrou also doing considerable damage to UC Soros. So he takes a loss in this one, but the defense did not do anything to help UC Soros in front. Neither did the offense. Brady Shea does pick up the only goal for the Nashville Predators in this game. It was a buzzer beater. Credit for taking the shot, having the awareness to let it go that late in the period. The latest goal at the end of a second period in Nashville Predators franchise history. It's something. But Shea gets on the scoreboard. He at least breaks the shutout, and that would be the only goal for the Nashville Predators game. Philip Forsberg does pick up an assist. Now, 60 points on the season. That, of course, leads the Nashville Predators. He leads the team with 25 goals. He leads the team with 35 assists, and he leads overall with 60 points. It is his 6th season with 60 points. Philip Forsberg obviously will be the tops of all of the offensive records here for the Nashville Predators before the end of his career. It is significant what he has been able to accomplish. So 6th season with 60 points or more, and obviously he's not done yet this season. Off the point per pace that he was on all of last season and finished with, but still quite good. 60 points in 67 games played so far this season. Steven Stamkos does pick up an assist, so Forsberg and Stamkos on Brady Shea's goal. So the 3 of them still working hard there at the end of the second period. McCarron picks up the 5-minute major for interference and 20 penalty minutes plus a game misconduct. That was not good. Listen, that was a mistimed situation. The puck gets away from Buchnevich. He loses possession of it, and then McCarron comes in with what was a very clean hit not that long ago. Now it's borderline. This moment, it's over the line because he didn't have the puck. If he had the puck, I don't know how they would have ruled this. I don't know if they would have ruled this, but McCarron ending up in the box and the way that situation played out just really made things a little weird when Tucker's elbow on Evangelista wasn't treated in the same exact way. It should have been a major. They should have reviewed that. That was a targeted elbow hit to the head. Tucker lined Luke Evangelista up and ran him as hard as you can. Should have been treated exactly the same way. It wasn't, and it makes me mad to look and see the exact same scenario twice in one game, but it play out differently the way it did. Tucker definitely deserved the penalty just like McCarron did. ruled very strangely in that particular situation. And that's going to do it for the analysis portion of things. What else is there to talk about? The Predators just simply weren't on the level of the St. Louis Blues. The Blues are one of the hottest teams in the Western Conference right now, making a run at getting into the playoffs, while the Nashville Predators are fading. They were able to win a couple of games against some lower-level, statistically comparable teams, but the St. Louis Blues are surging, and it was obvious that the Blues were playing bigger, faster, stronger, and everything else than the Nashville Predators were in this game. 4-1 in favor of the Blues, and the Predators have to be real careful because they're going to go up against this Blues team 2 more times, and the Blues are going to have a lot more confidence, and it could get really ugly in the next 2 meetings between these 2 teams, especially with how quick, Sunday, that's the next time these 2 teams play. All right, let's hear from our good friends at Stripe Digital. Let's come back. Let's go through the box score. Let's get through the good, cold, hard numbers. Let's close this episode out, and let's get you moved on. Again, it's springtime in Middle Tennessee, and there's more severe weather coming our way. Right back on the Renegades of Puck podcast.
The digital environment can be quite intimidating, time-consuming, and cumbersome, especially with all those other areas that need attention at your business, and that's why Stripe Digital Solutions is here to help. I know because that's exactly what Stripe Digital Solutions did for me and the Renegades of Puck. From designing my home website and helping me create my merchandise to special event posters, brand building, and social media management. But it's not just that, it's so much more. Stripe Digital Solutions has helped me every step of the way. From startup to full-time operation, Stripe Digital Solutions has been there to assist and advise every single step of the journey. In today's fast-paced world, the path to success is having a strong digital partner, and nobody is better in the trenches than Brandy and Stripe Digital Solutions. Get the solution before it's even a problem with Stripe Digital Solutions.
Welcome back in. Brady Shea with the only goal for the Nashville Predators. Philip Forsberg had an assist. Steven Stamkos also had an assist. Your shots on goal leaders, 3 was the Magic. Number Blankenberg with 3, Marchessault with 3, Evangelista and Bunting also with 3. When it comes to the block shots category, all on the defensive side of things, Blankenberg with 4, Englund with 3, Brady Shea also with 3. Physical component of things spread out across the board. This game was getting nasty out there. Kiefer Bellows has 5. Also, Englund has 5 to pace the Nashville Predators. Then you'll find Brady Shea with 4, Justin Barron with 3, Michael McCarron with 3 in his very short amount of gameplay, and Michael Bunting also with 3 hits in this game. When it comes to your time on ice, leaders 20:07 paces the forwards, and that's Ryan O'Reilly. 18:05 from Jonathan March, so 17:47 from Steven Stamkos. The defensive side of things, Brady Shea 23:32 leads the way. 20:55 for Nick Blankenberg. Power play time on ice leaders, and for the Nashville Predators, power play was 0 for 2 in this game. So 3:07 for Jonathan Marchessault, 3:05 for Ryan O'Reilly, 3:04 for Philip Forsberg, 2:01 for Brady Shea, and 1:56 for Nick Blankenberg. When it comes to your penalty kill time on ice leaders, the penalty kill overall in this game was 3 out of 4, 3 minutes of a major penalty killed off. So the Predators penalty kill did relatively good in this game under pretty tough circumstances. 3:52 for Colton Sissons, 2:55 for Cole Smith, 2:30 for Ryan O'Reilly. On the defensive side of things, 4:18 for Nick Blankenberg of shorthanded time on ice, 4:15 for Brady Shea, 2:53 for Spencer Stastny. Your goaltender in this game was UC Saros, 18 out of 22, 4 goals against, an in-game save percentage of 8.18, 14 even strike saves, 3 power play saves, 1 shorthanded save, left hanging, left out to dry by his defense on a number of odd man rushes and close range scoring chances. Other numbers falling out of the bottom of the box score here. The power play was 0 for 2. The penalty kill was 3 for 4. The St. Louis Blues win the special teams battle. Face-off winning percentage 43.6%, relatively low. 31 hits, nice and high. It was a good physical game. Definitely a rivalry game. 17 block shots, 4 takeaways, and 14 giveaways. And let's close this thing out. That's it for the numbers right there. Closing it out is the easiest thing. It's just to say the St. Louis Blues are on another level right now. They are fighting for their playoff lives, and they look like a team that is ready to enter into the tournament. And the Nashville Predators, well, they are playing for future jobs, future positions, future whatever. But this season has been decided. We've seen the first little E appear on the standings, and it's next to San Jose. It'll be coming for the Nashville Predators soon. Once the Chicago Blackhawks earn theirs, the Preds won't be far behind in the Central Division. The Blues on another level right now. The Predators need to step up in intensity, need to step up in every other way if they want to at least even attempt to try to play spoilers against the St. Louis Blues in the next 2 games that they'll play against each other. If not, they'll be handing St. Louis 6 points here in the final month of the season, and those 6 points will go a long way to helping the Blues get one of those wild card spots. They're surging in the standings at this point. 75 points. They're only 6 points behind the 4th place Minnesota Wild, and they are well within the wild card race at this time. That's it for Operation number 979. It's been a good get back in the bunker and talk a little hockey with you. Looking forward to doing it again on Operation number 980. I appreciate your viewership, appreciate your time, and most importantly, I appreciate each and every one of you. Stay safe in all those storms that are heading towards Middle Tennessee yet again later today and tonight. I'm your host and captain, Crazy Charlie Saunier. Stick taps, love, and respect.